The house is only one part of the story of Blithewold. Bessie Van Wickle was an avid gardener, and she wanted to create this beautiful landscape. At the time, women were just becoming professional landscape architects, and so this is one of the things that Bessie was very interested in. And so this property was 70 acres, and she was able to work with John DeWolf, who was a local man but had also worked in Prospect Park in New York, and together they created this plan that became this beautiful landscape that is Blithewold.
We're in the cutting garden, which has so many different flowers in bloom right now. We have poppies of all different kinds and colors around. The daisies are blooming. We also have the vines that are just starting to come up. The arches here that will be in full bloom probably August, September, and it'll be covering on both sides. We also have Orlea, which is the lace flower, which self-sows. This one self-sowed itself right into the middle of a perennial bachelor button, but we decided to leave it because we love it. We're going to let it go to seed. We also have a really fragrant dianthus down here, which is real lacy, almost looks like it's not hardly even a flower, but the smell is intensely beautiful. So the cutting garden is where we would grow things that people would use to cut to make arrangements and bouquets, and we do use them to cut to make small arrangements in the house. And then some of the more formal gardens that you will see right as you enter is the rose garden, which has a historic moon gate, which was built probably close to 100 years ago. And in there we have 65 plus roses and the climbers on the side. We know the family loved roses, and it's just such a beautiful place to be. But not only are there roses, there are annuals, there are tender perennials, there are shrubs and trees in there as well, just to create a constant feel of flower and beauty throughout the year.
There are many different styles of gardens out on this property, so when you're strolling around the property, you'll see a water garden, you'll see a rock garden, you'll see a rose garden, our beautiful cutting garden, our wonderful Lord and Burnham greenhouse. There's a lot to see that it's just in the gardening and the arboretum aspect of things.
The trees, I mean, it's really something special all the time, but I love them in winter because it's so quiet here and the light is different, and you can really see their architecture and their form and their structure, and you get to see their just raw beauty when it's that time of year. It's really something else. And it's definitely educational for visitors. I see them going up to the trees, right up to the trunks all the time, and like looking up into the canopy and putting their hands on the trunks and just like feeling the energy of the trees that have been here for so long. They're magnificent specimens. The water garden was actually one of the family's favorite places to be. It's very quiet there, a lot of wildlife. You're right by the bay. You can see it was just someplace that they loved to spend time. We get so many questions from visitors about what things are and how things grow, and they take home inspiration of they want to do that in their garden, or they're interested in like how we're growing something or how we're pruning something. This whole place is a treasure.